Hi, good morning. This is Andrew Lau, Lowsutea president. Hey, thank you very much for joining us for today's webinar. I think this is going to be a very important webinar for all of you. Today, matter of fact, we have people from the United States, Canada, Hong Kong, Australia, and different places. But today, why we want to talk about cholesterol? First of all, many people say, hey, why cholesterol is so important? I know, my cholesterol is slightly elevated now. Do I need to do something? Or matter of fact, lots of people ask about cholesterol, but they really have not really able to link a lot of time. Cholesterol is the early sign linking with you, mixing with your blood sugar. The blood sugar become thick, and that result, you're going to start putting yourself in a potential high, blood sugar with cholesterol, and then you end up with a potential lead you to pre-diabetic and eventually diabetes. So that's why cholesterol is so important. You have to under control and not, in a sense, just ignore. And that's why we thought that perhaps will give you better understanding of cholesterol. So net result, you will have a good exposure to cholesterol. So you will be not to start doing something about it. So net result, you will able to help you to prevent you become a cardiovascular problem and also prevent you to get high blood sugar, and net result you end up with pre-diabetic and diabetes. Okay, so that is the major reason I want to make sure I stress a little bit more about cholesterol. Now, cholesterol is not hard to take care if you do the next 5 steps. In a month, you can start seeing that you will give you some effect on cholesterol lowering down. OK 嗱，各位朋友 ，Hi， 我係 Angela 啊，Lowsutea president 你好。喂，多謝你今日參與我哋講嘅節目啦，係膽固醇。哇，其實點解要做膽固醇啊？好多人都話問喎。咁其實咧，呢個咧係亦都係好多我哋嘅朋友咧就問我哋，喂，其實係咪膽固醇咁重要㗎？其實膽固醇係好重要嘅。點解咧？就係因為咧，當你係有高膽固醇，再加埋你啲血糖咧，你血咧就好結，好結嘅時候咧就弊啦，你就會 end up 咧就會係變咗係potential 呢個糖尿啦，咁同埋咧就有前期患病啦，咁呢幾樣嘢咧都唔係好正仔嘅。咁 anyway 呢個就係點解今日我要同你講下乜嘢叫 cholesterol 咧？點解咁重要咧？咁今日嘅節目咧係呢樣嘢嘅 ，OK？ 咁啦，咁我哋而家今日開始啦。Okay, I think the technical issue being resolved, so I just want to make sure that everybody can hear me because some people say they can't hear me, so I want to make sure that was being done. 各位同學唔好意思啊，因為頭先咧有啲人話聽唔到我講嘢啊，咁所以變咗咧我就想了解下係咪真係聽唔到咧，或者如果你喺 Facebook 嗰度咧，你可以俾個 like 我啊，咁我就可能就知你係聽到我講嘢啦。咁亦都喺我哋嘅Zoom 嗰度咧俾個我哋啊，咁我就可以知你係睇到我嘅講嘢都講到係 OK 嘅。So can someone in the Zoom can be a 1 so I know that you guys can hear me clearly? That'll be good. I'll appreciate your assistance on this area. Okay. So as I mentioned, we talk about, well, we need to understand why cholesterol is so important. And cholesterol actually will be important because of the fact that will help you to prevent you to end up become a pre-diabetic diabetes if you control your cholesterol level, especially the LDL cholesterol level. That's the one that we want to talk about. And if that is being controlled, then you have a very good chance not to get pre-diabetic or diabetes, okay? Because the cholesterol mixing with the blood become thick and was plucked everywhere. So that is the key concern that we might have. 各位同學，點解今日講膽固醇咧？好簡單，因為膽固醇咧真係會導致你可能會有前期患病或者糖尿患病者，因為佢血咧係加你膽固醇同埋血加埋一齊咧好結咧，咁你咧就會 end up 全身係咁塞，咁全身塞咧，咁你就會變一路慢慢落去咧，就會變咗前期患病啦，或者糖尿患病者。咁呢個係同埋心臟病其他問題都會繼續出現嘅。 咁我哋而家開始啦。So controlling cholesterol is important. So today's concept is one, to understand what is cholesterol, and then you got able to understand the 5 simple steps to lower your cholesterol naturally. And then you get a lot of tips. How do you maintain this lifestyle? How to know to care for yourself. So net result, your cholesterol always in good level. So you will not drive yourself into all the serious heart issue, pre-diabetic issue, and diabetes issue. So this is today important lecture. OK。今日各位同友，點解會講呢樣嘢咧？第一，我哋今日會講識就乜嘢叫膽固醇咧？點同埋如果膽固醇有啲5個方法，點能夠令到你降低你個膽固醇咧？係全部係只係做嘢得噶咯，唔係藥食藥噶喎。咁同埋咧就點能夠膽固醇能夠幫助你嘅身體健康咧？能夠令到你唔會有機會有一個心臟病啊，同埋亦都減低咗你係糖尿前期同埋糖尿病嘅風險咧。咁你可能係做到呢樣嘢嘅。咁同埋咧就去糖就點幫助你啦。咁今日咧仲有好多問答問咧，我哋都可以幫到你去答即係幫你去了解同埋幫你去答嘅。OK。Now I noticed today quite a few of us here today, not I'm familiar with the names, so there's a lot, matter of fact. So I think this is the people from all different countries, from USA, Canada, Australia, or Southeast Asian country. So I thought perhaps I'll just go through real quick. Give me 2 minutes to get you to know what is diabetes, how you get from a high cholesterol, static high cholesterol state to diabetes 4 stage. Now, as you know, the first stage, the LDL cholesterol goes up. And when LDL cholesterol goes up, you damage the B cell. B cells will take the sugar into the cells to use as a fuel, right? Okay, when that doesn't work, more sugar in the vessels and the high cholesterol, LDL cholesterol to the sugar add together, the blood becomes thick. Your problem will start. Because when you have thick blood, excuse me, I need to drink some Lowsutea. The blood becomes thick. Then you move the next slides, the next stage, you're going to have the cholesterol all plugging throughout your vessels, everywhere. And if you have many years of cholesterol and the plaques and sugar plug together, imagine you will have severe all type of healthcare issue coming along, which is including your heart, your kidney, your eye, everywhere, okay? So then if you don't do anything, the lifestyle is the same, eat the same thing, pretty soon you will move to stage 3. And stage 3 is your pre-diabetic because your blood sugar content goes up. And pre-diabetic, how everybody measure, every doctor do the same. They measure a blood test is called A1C, hemoglobin A1C, HbA1c. Now, what it does is they measure the amount of sugar attached to your hemoglobin, which is the red cell. If you have 5.7% sugar attached, below, you're a normal person. If you're above 5.7 to 6.4, you are pre-diabetic. And you are pre-diabetic. Unfortunately, you have no drugs to eat at that time. Doctor will just tell you, hey, you are getting to pre-diabetic. You got to start taking care of yourself. Don't eat too many sweet. Unfortunately, majority of people I work with, and I'm sure very true, majority of people would not know what to do. So they continue the same lifestyle. 3 to 4 years, you know what? They will convert to be diabetes because if the A1C become over 6.4, they will become diabetic. Now, unfortunately, once you become diabetic, you cannot go back, to so-called you're not diabetic. So the doctor usually give you a little bit leeway, maybe 6 months to correct yourself. You cannot correct, continue over 6.4, you become a diabetic. And plus, if you have a lot of insulin resistance, worse, your blood sugar will just continue to go up. And the drugs you eat will you will sometimes prevent that, but unfortunately, it doesn't continue to bring it down. So net result, you will continue to in a stage of, diabetes along the way, and you have all kind of healthcare problems coming along. Now, why Lowsutea? Lowsutea will help you because of the fact that Lowsutea have guava leaves and also bitter melon. And guava leaves block the sugar into the cells, to the blood vessels. And the bitter melon increase the insulin sensitivity, so taking back sugar into the cells. And the excess sugar really good. Bitter melon excrete the excess sugars out to the urine, excrete also cholesterol, and also excrete the salt. And once you have the salt out, the blood pressure will come down, and also a detox. So really is a very simple product and help you to lower the 3 high. Now, if you're really able to decrease the 3 high, the chances of you to be very healthy are very good. You will eliminate many of the disease risks like heart, kidney, stroke. All that might be decreased. So really, you have all kind of this potential disease being prevented. So really, you need to get down, continue to lower 3 high by drinking a Lowsutea and also exercise and a diet. And once you correct that, man, you will be very good. And certainly in our company, we have also, not only tell you, oh, drink Lowsutea, we have program teach you about dieting, how to do low carb, low fat diet. You can exercise, also weight control, get your BMI under 30, from 30 BMI all the way to 23. And we have doctor webinar every week, like today is a webinar that you will hear and give you how to track the blood. So this is the program. We help you to establish a habit. That's the most important. Establish a habit. Once your habit established, you know what? You will be healthy. You will definitely healthy because your 3 high are keep going down. You are not continue to move yourself up to higher diabetes or pre-diabetic, and you will be healthy. OK， 各位朋友，嗱，今日咧有好多朋友咧，我都未見過嘅，咁所以今日要講一講咧，就係你個即係糖尿病嗰4個 stage 先得嚟嘅。第一，你個 LDL 膽固醇上升啦，就 damage 嗰啲 B cell 帶糖入去細胞裏邊嘅。當啲糖唔帶細胞裏邊，個糖高咯，咁氣管裏邊咧，咁嗰啲糖加埋你嘅 LDL 膽固醇咧就會結啦，咁就 end up 咧，咁就全身咁塞，咁你好快脆咧 move 咗你嘅第二個 stage， 第二個 stage 就係膽固醇加埋啲糖係好即係結啦，咁你就會好多呢個板塊全身去塞，咁啊塞咗好多年咧，咁你嘅問題好快出現㗎啦。咁變咗嚟講咧，你亦都因為啲糖繼續上升啊嘛，咁你會好快脆咧就會俾塞即係前期患病。咁前期患病呢，醫生點度你呢樣嘢咧？佢全部度你一樣嘢叫做 HbA1c。HbA1c 咧就係你個糖幾多 percent 糖黐住你嘅 hemoglobin 呢個紅血球。咁如果你有 5.7 咧，咁你就係5.1以下咧就係正常人啦。但係如果5.7至6.4咧，你就前期患病。但係好可惜，你都係前期患病嘅時候咧，你係冇藥食嘅，只係要自己控制。咁醫生話唔好食嗰啲甜嘢啦，好可惜就好多人都唔知點解。咁就 M 咧繼續佢生活啦。咁好快脆第4期咧去6.4㗎啦。咁上咗6.4之後咧，你就已經變咗糖尿病。咁你糖咧就繼續上升啦，要食藥啦。咁就好多後遺症都會出現嘅。咁其實咧，點解要飲去糖茶？因為你喺前期患病已經飲緊嘅時候咧，你就唔會去到呢個糖尿病啦。咁前期患病嘅人士咧，點解呢個係咁重要咧？第一，佢裏邊有2樣嘢咧，就一個番茄粒，番茄粒就降低block 咗啲糖入去個血管裏邊。苦瓜咧就將啲糖增加咗佢胰島素嘅敏感，嗰啲糖就帶翻啲入去個細胞裏邊啦。但係亦都有好處咧，如果有多餘嘅糖咧，佢會點咧？佢會將嗰個多餘嘅糖啦，同埋膽固醇咧喺尿嗰度掉出嚟，然後個鹽亦都掉出嚟。當鹽掉出嚟嘅血壓就會降低，亦都會同你係排毒嘅。咁其實我哋唔係淨係叫你去飲茶咁簡單，我哋亦都有食嘢嘅介紹啦，點去做低carbohydrate 嘅食物啦，低嘅肥嘅食物啦，你要做咩嘅 exercise 咧？1萬步一日啦，同埋咧你要降低你嘅磅數啊 ，BMI under 23啊，咁每個禮拜都有個講座啦，咁仲有咧就有個blood tracking， 即係你點去能夠繼續去度你血糖、度你磅數、度你 exercise， 呢啲全部係教晒你點做嘅。OK， So we hope that all the people that have not attended our webinar before, now they caught up what we do here. I hope that can be really help them to better understand why this is so important to understand, lower the three high. Now you might hear a lot of time repeating again, lower three high, lower three high. Yes, it's so important. That's why we talk about what is cholesterol. Now cholesterol, as you know, right here, you have two types of cholesterol. You have HDL and LDL. The important and they give you the total cholesterol. Now, the important why you understand cholesterol, because this is LDL is the bad cholesterol that will always continue to help create problem for you. So we need to understand a little bit more. And from here, we will move on to, after you understand, we'll move on how you lower, especially your LDL cholesterol. 各位同友，其實好重要咧，我哋要點解要知道要咩個膽固醇咧？其實膽固醇裏邊咧有兩種重要嘅膽固醇，你要知道，一個叫 HDL， 一個叫 LDL。LDL 係個壞嘅膽固醇，同埋咧會加埋一個 total cholesterol 啦。咁所以咧今日咧會講多啲呢兩個 cholesterol 咩？最重要就知道咩叫 LDL cholesterol， 因為咧你要繼續要降低嘅。如果你降低咗之後咧，咁你就會能夠令到你咧係可以俾咗你咧。係降低你個膽固醇，呢個係重要嘅 ，OK？OK， cholesterol is a fatty. So let's understand what is cholesterol first. Cholesterol is a fatty substance that essentially the body you need to have it to function, and you found it in your blood. It's a waxy substance, and actually, cholesterol is needed for your body. Okay, let's put it this way. Okay, so it is a substance, although it is a fat substance, but it has to help you have it on the cell for the body. It really something that you must have. Now, cholesterol 咩 cholesterol 咧？其實係一個脂肪物體，但係對身體咧用佢嘅時候係好重要嘅。每一粒血裏邊咧都有啲呢個用途喺裏邊嘅，所以唔係一個壞嘅東西嚟㗎。但係如果你 keep 一啲唔正當嘅 cholesterol 咧，咁就有問題啦，即係 LDL 或者壞嘅 cholesterol。咁依家其實咧就點解要知道 cholesterol 係好嘢嘅？你唔可以 eliminate 冇咗 cholesterol 嘅，一定要有 cholesterol， 因為呢個 part 你個 body 嚟嘅 ，part 你個身體嚟嘅。Now, unfortunately, cholesterol travel to entire bloodstream. In other words, you basically have both cholesterol taken care of in the entire body. So you cannot just say, "Oh, well, you eliminate cholesterol traveling." You cannot. Cholesterol is actually travel entire body with LDL cholesterol and HDL cholesterol both travel throughout the body, okay? But the reason why LDL is considered a bad cholesterol because LDL cholesterol will form plaques for you. Now, that's the distinct difference, why they're bad cholesterol, especially LDL cholesterol, adding the blood with the blood glucose, which is the sugar, then the plaque becomes, forming throughout the body. Now, once you form the plaque throughout the body with the vessels, with the artery, it doesn't disappear. It will continue to build up this plaque. Now, if you get stuck down the road, then you got a heart problem, you got a brain problem, you have all kinds of problems. So you cannot have more LDL, bad cholesterol circulating around, forming plaques for you. So that's why LDL is a bad cholesterol. Now, how about what HDL cholesterol? Why they call good cholesterol? Because the HDL cholesterol help to remove the LDL cholesterol and lower the risk of heart attack. So if you have more HDL, your LDL will go down. So you end up, you less LDL, there's been more chances for you to form plaques, okay? So that's why HDL is considered a good cholesterol because they help to lower, remove the LDL cholesterol. So that's very simple. So really, actually, the two cholesterol, which you want to have more, is HDL. You want more HDL cholesterol. At least later I'll tell you how you get that, okay? But more important, you want to get lower LDL and get more HDL. 嗱，各位同學，好簡單啦，好多人就話：喂，咩 HDL、LDL 啊？嗱 ，LDL cholesterol 咧，點解啲人成日話係壞嘅膽固醇咧？ 個原因咧就係佢加埋你啲糖咧，就令到咧嗰啲血好結，好結咧就全身咧係 form 咗呢個板塊，係咁同你塞，心又塞，腎又塞，眼又塞，度度係咁塞，所以變咗咧啲人就知道哇，原來 LDL cholesterol 唔好喎，即係做越整越塞多啲嘅時候 ，eventually 你未有心臟病啊，全部係 LDL 出嚟嘅喎 ，OK？ 咁呢個就好簡單知道，呢個係幫助你係塞你血管嘅，記住 LDL 係塞你血管嚟，係高密度嘅，即係一個低密度，係 LDL 係低密度嘅蛋白 ，LDL low density。OK， 係低密度嘅蛋白，係要塞你血管嘅，記住 OK。咁 HDL 係咩好咧？原來 HDL 咧就幫你咧減低咗你嘅 LDL 嘅 cholesterol。咁變咗嚟講係好事嚟喎。如果多啲 HDL，你咪少啲 LDL 咯。咁 end up 咧，你嘅身體更加健康，冇咁多係塞啦，係咪？所以記住 LDL 係壞嘅膽固醇，因為佢幫你塞你血管。HDL 咧就唔係壞蛋嚟，幫你降低 LDL 嘅，咁啊容易㗎，明白啦。咁所以咧兩個咧係常日都要喺個身體走嚟走去嘅，咁但係重要點就係你want少啲 LDL，係多啲 HDL。OK，the problem is LDL will start accumulated. If you get more LDL, it will start accumulated in your artery, and then net result, the artery become plaqued up.And also it called arterial sclerosis, meaning that it can be hardened, blocked. So you end up, if you block, the heart cannot get blood toward to the, like for example, this is your heart vessels, and certain part of the heart, especially at the bottom of the heart, does not get the blood vessels to give the muscles energy. Eventually, they will stop.And once you stop, you have a problem called heart attack, and you have a cardiovascular problem, right? So net result, very important. You don't want to get a lot of LDL cholesterol accumulated because it plug up your heart. And that's why people will die, because of the fact that the vessels on the bottom of the heart of the vessels, it plugged up to the vessels to the muscles.And once there's no nutrient to the muscle will die. Eventually, you will have a heart attack and you die if the heart becomes stopped. Okay? And also another thing, and you have insulin resistant, especially if type 2 diabetic, that also related to LDL cholesterol level. Because what happened is the blood sugar continue goes up.And the LDL cholesterol goes up and continue to form plaques throughout these vessels and end up more sugar doesn't being used and the blood LDL cholesterol are adding together. More blood become more thick. End up you get more risk of plugging your heart. That's why your heart disease will be much more higher risk.That's why LDL cholesterol must control, especially for people who are diabetic. And 60% of diabetes patients tend to have heart disease, and that is one major reason. Okay? 嗱，各位同友好重要咧，記住，其實膽固醇咧係好重要。如果你 LDL 膽固醇咧真係好重要咧，就 make sure 咧。佢唔會係繼續係去 accumulate， 即係加咗喺你血管裏邊。加咗血管裏邊咧，佢就會開始咧同你啲血管咧係咁慢慢塞。咁你變咗 end up 咧，就一塞咗之後咧，譬如個心喺度啦，底個心底嗰度咧，嗰啲血咧去唔到個心嗰啲肌肉裏邊咧，個肌肉就停㗎咯。停咗之後你點啊？就死啦，因為呢個係一個心臟病嘅發作，係咪？咁所以變咗嚟講咧，個 LDL cholesterol 咧一定係要正常啦，唔可以俾過高啦。咁仲有，如果你有胰島素抗拒咧，就仲加弊，因為如果抗拒咧，嗰啲糖咧更加多糖喺個血管裏走嚟走去嘅。當你多糖喺血管走嚟走去嘅時候咧，咁你就加埋你個 LDL cholesterol， 加埋佢更加係血更加結，更加多機會去塞。咁就變咗咧，越塞得多咧，就增加咗你個心臟病嘅風險。因為個心臟病風險喺底下嗰啲血管嗰啲 血管去唔到肌肉咧，就令到肌肉會死咗嘅時候咧，咁咧停咗咧，咁啊 sorry 啊，又拜拜噶咯喎。所以變咗咧，點解咁重要咧？係一定知道 LDL cholesterol 係要控制嘅。So we now talk about, and you heard about just now, why so important. You gotta understand your LDL cholesterol has to be well controlled, because if you don't, it forms plaques everywhere, and you have a high chances of various, especially heart disease, and you could be also plug up to your brain, it could be plug up to your kidney, everywhere. So very important. So then your next question, well, how do I make sure that doesn't occur? How do I lower my LDL, bad cholesterol? Okay? 咁你一定會問啦，哇！如果係咁危險嘅 LDL cholesterol 上升，加埋啲糖，令到你全身係咁塞，咁我點能夠控制呢樣嘢啊？或者減低呢個風險啊？呢個 risk 啊？咁好簡單，有5個 step 幫你做嘢嘅。LDL cholesterol and HDL cholesterol very, very much, especially LDL cholesterol, is very, very much related to your diet. So that's why a lot of people you heard, oh, I need to really eat healthy, has to be good. So really impacting your well-controlled diet can help you tremendously on your cholesterol level, okay? Especially the food you eat, okay? Every day, we eat a lot of food, but is your food full of high cholesterol item? Like, for example, you have food that is a lot of saturated fat, trans fat, a lot of McDonald's, those stuff, food like that is really not really good to help you to lower LDL cholesterol. Except you have to increase LDL cholesterol. So really at the end of the day, you want to lower those in the diet area, such as egg yolk, organ meats. That is all high fat item, trans fat item, many big goods. All these probably have a lot of high LDL cholesterol in there, which you can avoid. So if you eat more vegetable, then definitely help, right? So importantly, first of all, you want to say, hey, how can I naturally control my LDL cholesterol? Very simple. Do it with your diet. If you can get it with a diet, hello, you have good chance of prevent your LDL cholesterol increase. 嗱，各位同學好緊要咧，其實咧，你係 LDL cholesterol 咧係好重要喺呢個食嘅嗰個diet 係攞翻嚟嘅。你個 diet， 如果你個 diet 控制到咧，咁就好重要咯。咩叫控制個 diet 啊 ？LDL 嘅 diet，for example， 炸嘅東西啦，去麥當勞食咗好多麥當勞嘅炸薯條啦，嗰啲炸嘅炸雞啦，咁呢啲咧全部咧係有好多 LDL cholesterol 呢邊嘅。咁所以咧，其實咧你可以雞蛋啊，或者啲紅肉啊，係好肥嘅紅肉啊，全部咧降低呢啲咁嘅食品。咁啊 chance 你會 prevent 你個LDL cholesterol increase 咧係好多嘅。So net result, now we know we're not supposed to eat a lot of food containing LDL cholesterol. So what we want to do is you have to eat more vegetable, more oats, more beans, more fruits that lower your cholesterol, and possible because you lower cholesterol is also decrease your heart disease. Now imagine your heart, if you remember this is your heart, okay, the bottom part, if your LDL cholesterol here is stuck and block your vessels to the heart muscles, you die. So very simple. All you got to do is eat healthy food like fruit, vegetable, oats, beans. You might decrease the cholesterol. You are now having one possible step to help you moving toward lower your heart attack risk, okay? So really at the end of the day, what other fats you consider will be good for you that you can eat healthy fats? Like, for example, avocados. Now, have you considered thinking about making avocado sandwiches with oat, wheat bread? And you can able to find it in your good supermarket, low carb bread with a lot of fibers, but you spread it out with avocado. Now that is really good. And also put some nuts on. I tell you, that is really delicious. If you have avocado, olive oil, nuts like almond, man, you can actually lower your cholesterol level. Certainly, you can want to make it a little better. And I tell you, this is what my last night dinner. I have salmon fish on top of an avocado spread bread, and got some onions and stuff like that. Wow, it was so delicious. Plus, if you put some salmon, sardine, and full of omega-3 fatty acid, which is also improve your heart health and reduce inflammation, and also lower triglyceride level. So net result, your food can be very easy achieve the lower your LDL cholesterol. And also, certainly, you have to drink Lowsutea. Now, Lowsutea is a herbal drink, which have high antioxidant, lower your LDL cholesterol, lower your blood sugar, and also lower your salt in since the dump out salt in the urine. So net result, you are lower your 3 high, so you can able to have lower cholesterol, lower blood sugar, and lower blood pressure. That will be tremendous helpful for your total health well-being. And drink Lowsutea daily.頭先講咗啦，我哋係要用食物方面咧係控制 cholesterol 嘅 LDL cholesterol 嘅。咁你係要食咩食物啊？咁梗係要食個多啲水果啦、菜啦，多啲綠色嘅菜係好重要嘅。咁同埋咧燕麥啦、豆類啦，咁呢全部係降低你嘅LDL 膽固醇嘅，同埋咧會降低咗。當 LDL 膽固醇降低咗，咁你嘅心臟嘅風險亦都降低嘅。咁仲有啦，仲有食好多果仁啦，同埋呢個 avocado 啦，咁同埋咧就我琴晚先食呢樣嘢好特別嘅，我有個三文魚啦，再加埋你嘅 avocado 啦嘅 spread 啦，咁啊而家呢個麥包啦，哇好正！咁呢度有多啲嘅 omega-3。又可以降低你嘅三高油脂，所以全部係一個好健康嘅食品嚟嘅。咁當然啦，每日都要飲呢個去糖茶啦，因為去糖茶降低你咩三高喎，可以降低你膽固醇啦、血壓啦，同埋血糖，同埋加埋排毒。咁呢啲嘢咧，全部係會幫助你咧降低你個心臟病同埋你整體好多不同嘅自然嘅患病嘅風險。Now, it's not only really diet. Because there's one more thing a lot of people forgot is really exercise. Now, you got to keep yourself physical active to prevent your heart disease and also your diabetes problem, okay? So what is the regular exercise you're going to do? Very simple. If you do more exercise, walking more, for example, you know what? Your LDL cholesterol will increase. Now, this is really true. A lot of people thought that, well, maybe I just control diet. Yes, it is one way. But more important, you also have to improve your HDL cholesterol, HDL cholesterol. So if you have exercise, HDL cholesterol will go up. So net result, your HDL cholesterol goes up, your LDL cholesterol most likely will come down. And it will lower your blood pressure and also your cardiovascular fitness will be even better. So you have reduced your potential heart attack and also potential stroke. Now that is important because if your heart attack, you die, nothing ever go on, right? So you have to prevent that. But worse that if you get stroke, is so bad because you end up to have so physical disabled. You cannot walk, you have to do work, so it will be extremely low quality of life, and you don't want to get that. That's why you got to continue to do regular exercise, lower the LDL cholesterol, and increase your HDL cholesterol, then we're in good shape. Now, some exercise is very simple. Actually, it's not hard. All you're going to do is do 150 minutes per week exercise. Now, You say, wow, that's a lot. It's not, because you separated 1 hour, 40 minutes every day, walk only 10,000 steps. You got it already. Or you felt that, hey, I can't really do a lot of walk because weather is too cold outside. That's okay. Buy a bike, riding a bike. Or you can go to a place swim you want to. Swimming is very good, especially as you got older. So you gotta do that exercise 150 minutes. Now, also another thing too, if you have able to get aerobic exercise, even better. And also weightlifting will be very good too, because that will strengthen your bones. And then you make sure you do that. Now, I found that very simple. You have to a weight bearing, 1 or 2 pounds each. Depends on how much you can able to handle. Start at 1 pound and eventually 2 pounds. And eventually you get down to 3 pounds, that's okay too. And I just saw another item was really good. They use the water put inside this water bottle to do the weight. So it is also very simple, and you can do it anywhere with you. And all you do is, if you have buy a Step Master, even good. You go on your Step Master, go up and down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At the same time, you do this whole day long, okay? And you do it for 45 minutes watching TV. Wow, so good. You just sit there, don't do anything. Your exercise already, part of it already done. You can walk now. You can do this exercise with a Step Master. Step Master is only $50 US. In Hong Kong, about $300. You can get one. Very simple. And you have it there. The space occupied of that is very small. You can walk with a Step Master at the same time do your weight bearing. So very simple. It's just matter you gotta do it or not. Okay. 嗱，仲有頭先講食啦，咁但係食咧唔係仲係最即係一個重要，但唔係淨係食都能夠可以減低喎。你一定要有一個咩啊 exercise 要鍛鍊身體啊。咁要鍛鍊身體點做啊？咁第一咧，原來咧你多啲鍛鍊身體咧，你 HDL 就會上升嘅，你 LDL 就會降低嘅，咁啊幾好。咁嗱，當然啦，咁你點做啊 exercise？嗱，好簡單，你就要做150分鐘嘅 exercise 一個禮拜。咁其實係好簡單嘅喎，一個禮拜你行45分鐘，行個 shopping mall 或者行公園，或者行你屋企附近都得嘅 ，OK？ 但係最緊要行。咁有啲人話我行唔到喎，落雨喎，唔緊要，可以買個 Step Master 呢個一踏腳步嗰啲東西，大概300蚊港紙有找㗎啦。咁然後咧，將有個 weight bearing 咧，咁你喺呢度咁喐，就做40至1個鐘頭，40分鐘至1個鐘頭。咁你繼續可以睇電視得嘅，幾好，又睇電視又可以做 exercise。咁但係最重要咧，你因為做咗 exercise， 你身體呢兩度都強壯咗，腳又強壯咗，因為做個 step master 行噶嘛，要佢有壓力喺度噶嘛。咁 end up 咧，你繼續做呢樣嘢，落雨都唔怕，喺屋企做嘅啫。咁如果你係有興趣再行下公園啦，繼續好嘢 ，OK？ So you really end up now you're gonna have walk, you gotta have a walking habit, and then that's the key. You gotta do it weekly and consistently doing this. You're forming this habit. If you don't walk, you feel like I missed something. That will be very good. So end up you will continue to do it as a routine, and that's why we'll keep asking you to do all these things now. Why? You have the diet, you have control. Now you have exercise, you have control. And pretty soon, you know what? Your health will be very healthy. So a lot of people say, hey, I can't do it myself. No problem. Get your wife involved, get your son involved, get your partner involved, or get your friends involved walking with you. So end up, you will continue to have people motivate you. Don't get you out of bed, for example, to go to exercise, good together, form a habit to have fun. So you can really do this with your friends, your relatives, your wife, your son. Enjoy it, and you will be continue to be healthy. So that exercise, it is very important. Regular exercise. Now, 各位同學，其實就咁食咗之後咧，好重要就一定要 regular exercise 啦。嗱，唔緊要 ，regular exercise 唔係淨係散步或者做個 step master 但係其實你有鼓勵性嘅，或者你幫助你叫啲朋友同埋一齊行啦，咁你更加好啦。或者叫你太太跟埋你去啦，咁啊更開心傾下偈啦。咁所以變咗嚟講咧，你最重要其實點解仲講咁多啲嘢咧？其實幫助你咧 establish 呢個 habit。嗱，當你係習慣性嘅時候咧，日日你都好似唔做呢樣嘢，好似 得咁嘅。咁嗰陣時就好事啦，因為你嘅心臟咧又會更加好嘅。Okay, so now we have food, now we have exercise. Now one more thing is so important to manage your LDL cholesterol is reduce stress. Now the problem we have is when you have a lot of stress, the body will increase this hormone called cortisol, which actually will give you, the body will give you more sugar, come out to pump, to actually get you to ready for action. But the problem when you do that is, at the same time, you also put yourself in more heart attack risk. The reason is when you stress, you know what? Your body will go boom, 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 pump, the heart become faster and more to get you to be ready for war. Now, when you have continuous stress, your LDL cholesterol usually also goes up, and the HDL cholesterol, HDL, the good cholesterol, usually go down. Then your net result, you really more impacted your heart, okay? Now, also, when you are stressed, you always not come up with a good lifestyle. You know, when you're stressed, you know what you do? You usually start eating. You usually eat chips. You usually add cookies. You usually adding whatever snack you can grab by. Wow. Hey, I happened to me before, so I know how that works. Because when you stress, I start eating all the good stuff in there, chips, cookies, instead of getting your fruits, getting your carrot stick, celery stick. End up, my weight goes up, your sugar goes up, your weight go up is bad because pretty soon your cholesterol will also goes up. So it happened to me before. I know that's happened. So you need to take that decreased stress to really help you not to get stressed. Deep breathing is the technique. You have to learn how to practice deep breathing, meditation, mindfulness, get some quiet time for yourself is so important. And you have to have regular physical activity like yoga, exercise, even go to a Tai Chi class, doesn't matter, whatever you want to do, promote yourself to lower stress. And then a lot of times that you also need to connect with friends, talk about your daily activity, frustration, your job frustration, doesn't matter, get some help together, talk to your friend. When you're able to talk about it, you feel better, your stress will go down. Now, stress is really get you to the major problem of stress is it jack up your blood sugar and your LDL cholesterol. And the worst thing is when you stress, you start eating snack, the weight will goes up, everything goes up. So go lower your stress. Do not let stress overcome you to do all kind of crazy thing to increase your blood sugar and cholesterol. 嗱，頭先講咗咧，第三個咧就係要減低你個壓力管理。點解壓力咁緊要咧？嗱，其實我都試過好多次㗎啦。當你好壓力嘅時候咧，有好大問題咧，你就會 end up 咧就係點啊？你又會係揾你嘅食物啦，去繼續去將你嘅食物咧係擺喺口裏邊咧，好似 chips 啊，或者你嘅不同嘅cookies 啊，咁嗰啲嘢咧係會令到你係一個好唔好嘅習慣出現嘅。因為你 stress 咧個問題咧就係因為你係膽固醇咧點解會上升咧？就係你會 end up 就會 cortisol 上升啦，你血糖亦都會上升啦。佢係幫助你咧去準備打仗。咁當你做呢樣嘅時候咧，弊啦，因為當你做呢樣嘅時候咧，你嗰啲血糖亦都會上升，你膽固醇上升，你亦都會食嘢會上升，食好多嘢，因為食 chips 啊、cookies 啊，嗰啲全部對你個磅數咧係唔會好嘅，因為只係增加你磅，增加你糖上升。咁所以咧變咗嚟講呢啲嘢全部咧，你揾啲技巧嘅東西咧，幫助你係降低你嘅壓力，咁你就唔會繼續去食嘢啦。咁令到你咧嗱，咁其實點做呢樣嘢咧？好簡單，做多深呼吸啦，做咗啲運動啦，就去瑜伽啊、太極啊嗰啲啦。 咁仲有咧，其實仲有好多唔知道咧 stress 咧，你幫你朋友傾下偈咧，你係 release your stress 嘅。或者同你細路傾下偈啦，你仔女啦，或者你太太啦，或者朋友啦，越傾得多係越好嘅，一定繼續傾偈。咁變咗咧，你又會 end up 咧，就會令到你咧係 stress 到越好勁為止啦。OK， so also you have to create a stress-free environment. For example, you know, if your place of where you work, wow, full of stuff, and then you have all kind of tasks in front of you. Now, because the environment is not a stress-free environment, it's not like a place you can able to really see things are a little more cleaner. So just look at that, you will say, oh my goodness, no good, you know. So you really don't want to overload yourself with all kind of stuff, tasks. You have all kind of paper in front of you. So you need to really look at all these, reorganize it, so you know, take one step at a time, so you know you can do it with the proper step to complete those tasks. So make sure your environment, that's why a good clean desk is good. So you don't have things everywhere you have to do. Just looking at it, you will feel tired. So make sure create a free, stress-free environment to help you to better, you know, relax. Okay, and certainly you really have to look for some place. You have to able to relax. Even sitting in the yard, looking outside the window, or looking at the yard, so you can able to help you to better relax. That will be so good. So make sure you have many ways to make sure give yourself a stress-free environment. Looking at greens, go to a park to look at the trees. That will be helpful. But make sure at your working place, make sure you clean it up to make sure that doesn't look so messed up. You have so much to do. And that way, that will be very helpful. 嗱，各位同學，因為咧喺壓力上管理裏邊咧，好重要好多時咧就係你個前面你個工作環境已經好多嘢，好多紙喺上面啊，就令到咧你覺得好亂啊，見到好煩。咁其實咧好重要咧，你繼續考慮嘅身體健康，你一定要咧唔好俾咁多壓力嘅東西俾你，同埋咧要整理你工作上有個即係 balance work 啦嚇，咁最好出望下出去靚嘅地方啦，去個花園啊睇下啦，park 嗰度行下啦，海旁行下啦，呢啲係全部幫助你一個管理嘅好啲嘅低壓力嘅環境嘅。Now, also, a lot of people don't realize sleep affects you. If you don't sleep well, your bad cholesterol goes up. So quality sleep is important. And really, also quality sleep will also affect your heart. So don't sleep 4 hours a day because that will affect your heart. And then you want to have enough sleep to make sure the LDL cholesterol does not go out and, you know, total whack, okay? So really, you got to have 7 hours sleep or 7 to 8 max, but not oversleep now. So you have always a regular sleeping hours. Like if I go to bed at 10 o'clock, you go to bed at 10 o'clock, wake up at 5. That's okay, 7 hours, right? So you got to make sure you always have a very good sleeping schedule, relax time, plus avoid the caffeine and alcohol before you sleep, because alcohol, caffeine might affect the sleep. A good thing about Lowsutea, there's no caffeine. You can drink that and you can make excellent choice in drinking before you go to bed. And actually, you go to bed and you can also lower your blood sugar throughout the evening. Just do it 1 hour before you sleep. You drink Lowsutea, you will automatic very quickly, you avoid. And so you can able to drink Lowsutea, also lower your blood sugar throughout the evening. Now, also do not do intense exercise just before you sleep. Like 1 hour before you sleep, you do, wow, a lot of exercise. No, because you get your heart be pumped up, boom, 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 boom. That will affect the sleep. So when you do exercise, do it like 8 o'clock, at least after eat. You know, 8 o'clock you finish, you walk 1 hour, 9 o'clock. Hey, you can still have 2 hours or 1.5 hours before you sleep. That's okay. But not to do it right after you know, just 1 hour before you sleep. That would not good for the exercise. 嗱，睡眠咧原來好緊要嘅，因為如果你睡眠唔足嘅話咧，你會好多感覺係好唔好有壓力啦，亦都變咗係增加你壞膽固醇上升嘅。咁亦都因為你嘅 stress 咧，你個血糖亦都會上升嘅。咁所以咧就唔好將冇好嘅睡眠啦，一定要好嘅睡眠。你每日咧係一定要瞓7至8個鐘頭，唔好多，亦都唔好少。如果你瞓4個鐘頭咧，咁你就一定唔掂嘅。同埋唔好飲啲嘢有咖啡因嘅東西啦，飲咗咖啡啦，咁你影響你瞓覺啦，或者飲咗酒啦。所以晚上咧，其實飲去糖茶係 OK 嘅，因為去糖茶係冇咖啡因嘅，亦都唔會影響瞓覺。如果1個鐘頭前瞓，你飲去糖茶係 OK， 你會去小便排泄咗啲糖出嚟，亦都幫助成晚咧，你都係能夠降低你血糖，呢個好重要嘅。咁其實咧，做下未瞓覺之前，千祈唔好做嘅好。一個激烈嘅運動，因為你令到瞓唔到覺嘅。So in a sleep area also, you have to get a good sleeping environment. Create a good sleeping environment. What that means is that your bedroom got to be dark, quiet, relaxed, and you can able to get better sleep. Make sure your bed is comfortable. You can have something with good pillow, for example. I find a pillow become very important. If your pillow is not good for you, you might get pain neck and you're not going to sleep well. Okay. Plus, don't get noisy machine in your room. For example, I know some husband or wife want to watch TV. Well, how can you do it? Get some earplugs, plug your ear, and also get eye shield. So that result, it does not affect your sleep. And I know I talked to several couples. Many of them have the wife want to watch TV, the husband don't want to watch TV. How do I sleep? Oh, very simple. Get some earplug, eye shield, you got it done. Now, important to also make sure you have a lot of very good sleeping environment. In other words, the bright light doesn't affect you because you have eye shield. If you have eye shield, turn off the light. Don't sleep with the light because that might not be really get you to sleep well. Okay? 各位同學，仲有一樣嘢咧，就好重要咧，你要有一個好嘅睡眠嘅環境啦。咁點做啊？第一要全部要黑暗啦，要好舒服啦，你嘅床又好啦，你枕頭好嗱，枕頭好緊要嘅，因為如果你個枕頭唔好咧，你可以令到你嘅身個第二日起身嘅時候咧，成身痛咧就弊家伙啦，或者第二晚瞓唔到，咪好多噪音啦。嗱，我知有好多即係大家夫妻咧。有一個要睇電視，一個唔睇電視，咁點算啊？如果要睇電視嘅時候，咁你又可以買個耳 plug 啦，戴個 eye shield 啦，咁你亦都係做到呢樣嘢啦。最緊要唔好整開啊大燈去瞓覺咧，就多數瞓得唔舒服嘅。Now, the last but not least step is make sure that alcohol and smoke got to eliminate because both alcohol and smoke affect cholesterol. Affect your LDL cholesterol goes up. So more alcohol you drink, it elevated your triglyceride, and the smoking can also lower your HDL, but increase LDL. Wow, that would be terrible. That's the things that you don't want to do, okay? So you need to actually also reduce alcohol consumption. For example, just don't drink too much alcohol. The most you drink is red wine, maybe half a glass per day. Really not to drink a lot, because if you drink a lot, you actually end up with the issue of LDL cholesterol content goes up. Now, smoking, I would say just quit because you will not help you at all, and you will also affect the next guy sitting next to you, the secondhand smoking. You don't want to get your kids secondhand smoking, your wife. Get rid of that nicotine, and get rid of the smoking. So make sure smoking and alcohol really will definitely not good for you. Now, a lot of people, because they will say, I have to smoke or I have to drink because I have a lot of stress. So work on the stress, release, exercise, and habit that help you net result to decrease your chances to smoke and drink. That will be a very good strategy. Seriously, smoke and drink is not going to help you with your health. 嗱，第5個重要點咧就係唔好食煙同埋飲酒。就算飲酒飲一杯紅酒或者半杯紅酒好啦 ，OK？ 因為飲酒同食煙兩樣嘢都係 increase your LDL cholesterol 或者降低 HDL cholesterol。 咁其實咧好重要咧就係飲少啲酒，唔好飲烈酒啊，即係我講係紅酒啊嚇。咁同埋咧就係唔好 depend 好多尼古丁啦，因為食煙就係尼古丁嗱，個重要點喺度，好多人都唔了解，可能因為你會可能係因為好多 stress 生活嘅壓力，咁就令到你要飲下酒去 relax 你自己，或者食煙。但係如果你係可能夠將你嘅動作啊、工作嘅地方能夠減低你嘅壓力，咁你咧 chances of 成功咧係唔食煙咧同埋唔飲酒係高嘅。所以呢個咧就希望你大家可能去 practice。OK， so how can you really get a good environment of no alcohol, no smoke? The important thing at home and everywhere you do, make sure that you take away your alcohol and also no more cigarette around. Maybe with that, you can not easy access getting your cigarette. Then maybe you will stop smoking. And then maybe with that, you chew gums. You can able to get some other things to do. So you end up to basically not to be so easy access to get a cigarette and smoke, okay? Now, also another thing too is a lot of time you really need to ask some friends or your relative to kind of get after you to say, hey, I'm trying to quit smoking, try to reduce alcohol consumption. Can you help me? So you can able to get them to encourage you to basically to, encourage you to stop smoking and stop drinking a lot of alcohol. And at the end of the day, if you really have doing more of that, people will always support you. Pretty soon, you will really start feeling sensitive that I can't, maybe I should not smoke because, people will start looking at you as kind of offensive, right? So really, at the end of the day, now more and more, especially smoke-free area, are very good. The encouragement of alcohol consumption is you also need your friend to help you to together help you to not to drink a lot of alcohol, maybe 1 glass or half a glass. That would be doing. But tell them about what you're trying to do, and they will support you. 嗱，各位朋友，因為好重要咧，喺個environment 咧，你一定要做啲機會咧，唔好咁容易攞到支嗰個煙翻嚟食先得。咁酒又係一樣，當你好容易攞嘅時候咧，哇！咁你倒啲杯啊，咁你就弊家伙啦。咁所以變咗嚟講咧，好重要嘅煙咧就收咗佢，唔好俾佢見到。亦都幫你家人咧去話俾佢聽，我依家想戒煙戒酒啊，咁叫佢亦都幫手，你朋友都可以。當你有社交嘅時候咧，亦都話俾佢聽，我係依家戒煙戒酒咧，咁可能咧最後咧你就會 end up 咧呢兩樣都冇噶啦 ，OK？ Now, at the end of the day, you also need to understand in the medical community. Now, you have to work with your doctor, and you have to make sure understand what is a symptom of cholesterol, if there's a high cholesterol, because really at the end of the day, you have no physical symptoms. The cholesterol all come from blood work. So you have to have more the checkup, the medical checkup, in order to understand where you are at cholesterol. Now, certainly you're going to have a lot of the lifestyle changes, for example, that you can talk to the doctor whether that will be okay for you, meaning that you have to exercise, you have to diet. And so with the professional help will give you better understanding what you need to do. And certainly there's a group of people that is really looking at cholesterol, how you can help you, where the cholesterol come from. For example, would it be diet? Would it be exercise? Well, that will help you to further lower your cholesterol, or you need actually medication. Now, a lot of people actually might require medication, but at least you don't require more medication. So you might start out with a small amount of medication, continue with that medication, but don't have to continue to increase. That will be the most important. So really, at the end of the day, working with the cholesterol is not only by itself. It has to have the 5 steps that I talk about, but also require for medical support. Because to understand the cholesterol has to take some blood to understand where you're at. So the medical professional will help you, at least in this area, whether you need more exercise, diet, control, and also possible medication. 嗱，記住咧，因為好多問題咧就係你膽固醇上升咧，唔係等於你係真係淨係能夠因為膽固醇上升咧，就唔係話淨係你自己可以做到嘅，你係需要醫生同埋你嘅即係呢個可能呢個脂肪研究專家咧，係一齊幫助你咧去了解你係需要 exercise 啦、食啦或者藥物啦，因為好多時咧喺 cholesterol 嗰個時間咧，你係需要藥嘅幫手嘅，但係最緊要唔使食多啲藥啊嘛。當你自己做到之後，係咪 start 咗藥唔緊要，繼續努力，你啲藥就可以唔使食咁多，呢個係好重要嘅。And on top of that, you also might want to work with dietitian because dietitian can give you more idea how you can diet. Your diet is also one very important area to help you guide through your making what is the healthy choice. And especially also endocrinologists, which is the people who work with diabetes and pre-diabetic. So when you have these two people together, you have a better understanding. It will be very helpful to help you out on this two item, to help you out, this two person to help you out on the diet and also potential better help you understand on your cholesterol and your blood situation, whether you are in pre-diabetic diabetes. So this is these two people can be very much help you to lower your cholesterol and lower chances you become a pre-diabetic diabetes. 好重要咧，亦都要了解咧，係因為食係一個大環節，係影響你膽固醇嘅。咁所以你或者係即係揾啲營養師傾下偈啦，因為有好多嘢俾你話咧，我食不可能夠幫助你噶嘛。咁仲有咧就係內分泌嘅可能醫生啦。因為好多時咧，呢啲咁嘅 cholesterol 嘅問題咧，亦都 relate 咗你去咩糖尿病或者前期問題，前期患病問題，所以好重要咧，係繼續努力咧，係控制咗你嘅 cholesterol， 咁你就控制咗你血糖，控制血糖之後咧，你就唔會變咗前期患病或者糖尿病，咁呢個就係你嘅 objective 啦，你嘅目的 ，OK？ So we all know Lowsutea can help you tremendously prevent you to lower your 3 high. Prevent you to become a diabetes, also pre-diabetic. So let's work with Lowsutea. Will help you in daily life. What will help you is lower your blood sugar, blood pressure, and blood cholesterol. More important, lower your bad cholesterol. The chances of you have all kind of disease will be very low. 嗱，好重要啦。其實咧，我哋現在嚟講咧，去糖茶係幫助降低三高嘅。如果降低三高糖、血膽固醇、血壓咧，你咧多數身體健康係一定正㗎啦。咁變咗嚟講咧，降低咗三高之後咧，你就可能夠 end up 咧就冇咗你血糖嘅高血糖風險啦、高膽固醇風險啦，或者高血壓風險，咁你就一定會係更加健康嘅。So in conclusion, we said about the 5 steps to help you approach to lower your LDL cholesterol, right? And that is the bad cholesterol, and you need to take steps. And so net result, you need to take care of diet, your exercise, and also your decrease your stress, and also your sleep management, and also your alcohol or smoking. So all these 5 steps, you can do that as easy. You can do that yourself. Very, very easy, 5 steps. And also another thing is you need to work with your healthcare team, which is my family doctor, dietitian, endocrinologist to manage the high cholesterol and also related to your high blood sugar or your potential pre-diabetic diabetes problem. And you have to also take action with a better lifestyle, better lifestyle, meaning that you got to really exercise, you have to make sure sleep, good dieting, all that will come in together and to decrease your risk to be the heart risk and also pre-diabetic, diabetic risk. So this 30-day challenge, if you can do that, I'm very sure your LDL cholesterol will definitely come down. And you have to continue to drive them down to be healthy, okay? 嗱，各位同學，我講咗好多啦，5個 step 咧係好重要嘅。你 diet 要啦 ，exercise 要啦，睡眠要啦，冇飲咁多酒啦，冇食煙啦，仲有降低呢啲咧全部幫助你係降低膽固醇嘅。咁但係仲有咧降低膽固醇啫，你血糖亦都要降低喎嚇，唔好唔記得。咁同埋你要 include 埋你嘅家庭醫生或者你嘅醫生團隊裏面亦都知道你食咩好，有 dietitian 幫助你，亦都有個 endocrinology 專係做內分泌嘅醫生幫助你。咁你有呢幾樣嘢咧，個 chance 係心臟病、前期患病、糖尿病同埋你前期患病咧都會substantially降低嘅。咁你能夠降低你呢個心臟病嘅風險啊，同埋你糖尿病咧已經好好噶啦。咁降低30日裏邊嘅 low blood cholesterol 咧 ，LDL cholesterol 咧係對你身體係十分健康嘅。Okay, today my webinar is finished. And if you have any question, you can write to me Andy@wafong.com, ANDY@WHFONG.com. And the phone number, also WhatsApp, is 852-3001-5644. 如果有咩問題咧，隨打呢個寫 email 俾我，叫 Andy@WHFONG 啦 .com 啦，或者個電話咧係852-3001-5644啦。咁當你做咗有咩問題唔使我哋會答你嘅記住。咁希望你各位有一個愉快嘅weekend 啦。咁有咩問題咧？咁你或者寫一個 email 俾我啊。So if you have any question, do write to us at andy@wafong.com. Looking forward to see you next week. Take care and have a very nice weekend. Thank you.